Hello, I'm Sophia Jessica, and welcome to the Fan Carpet.
Hello, and thank you very much for talking to me this evening. What an amazing location to hold this charity event. How does it feel to be in London tonight?
Well, I am so delighted to be here. I am a New Yorker, and I was hired to come and shoot the film here, and we did a lot of work here. And now this is just one more wonderful, treat. And Stuart and the team has worked really hard to put all this together, and it's just great that the charities have supported us, and we're supporting them, and it's all good.
And what can a story such as Tomorrow do for the subjects of the story? What effect do you hope to have for those people that it's about?
I think that, everyone who has suffered, serious losses or illnesses or family problems, it's unique how they're going to process and come to a better place about it. But I think there's a lot in this story that gives suggestions, hints, and hope to people with serious injuries, PTSD, family and health issues. Even if it's just to help process the mourning and just come to terms with, okay, this is real. I need to work with this. I can't be in denial anymore. I think things like that. I think we're sort of just helping. But also, there's a lot of jokes, and there's beautiful love stories, and it's so it's just, I think,
I was quite pleasantly surprised to see the kind of range of storytelling that was happening within the film. But obviously, with issues like that, there's a right and a wrong way to address certain issues. What kind of sensitivities did you bear in mind as a filmmaker in that process?
Two things was I felt research was important. And I thought, so we did interviews, we read books, to research the issues. We met with people who could teach us, just give us really great information and perspective. And then I thought it was important to just have the photography and the style be basically natural, not overdone, enough time to feel the emotions of the characters when they're hit with something, but not so much dwelling on things that it becomes a little maudlin. That was the balance. You didn't want to be overindulgent, and yet you want to provide the respect. So I think it was a naturalistic, sort of modest approach that I was taking,
And how did you first jump on board the project, and what attracted you to it as opposed to any other story?
Well, I loved the script. It was when I read it, I just thought, this is wonderful. It's great. I want to do it. I cared about it, and there's, as I say, there's also jokes. There's fun dialogue. It was just good.
And congratulations on the success of the film at the Napa Valley Film Festival and others. How important film festival circuits and even events like this in promoting your film?
Well, I understand from the producers here that the awards we won, and we did very well, amazing, were helpful in getting support and meetings and setting up contacts. It tells someone who is coming to this for the first time that, this could be good. It's not just whatever, So that helps, The festival awards are a really important first step, if you can get them,
And obviously an established career as a script supervisor. What made you want to jump to directing? This is being your first feature length.
Well, the thing is, being a script supervisor is a very useful, reliable job. It's very difficult, but fascinating also. And I worked with great people, Sidney Lumet, Martin Scorsese, Brian De Palma, Milos Forman, on and on. It was great. New York scene was awesome. And it's a really good job. I could put my son through college and everything else, and work in New York and be home with him when he was growing up. But then in between jobs, when he was in school, I wrote 9 screenplays, directed shorts, directed theater. I couldn't help it. I loved the medium so much. I was always doing something that, I could just do on my own, or a friend of mine asked me to direct his play. Yes, great. So I was always doing it in my personal work. But then I wasn't able to get a job as a paid, hired feature director. That's a really tough hurdle. But these guys said, yeah, they wanted me, so I was like, awesome. Yeah.
And I hear you met at a film festival as well, so the system works.
Right. Yeah. Well, right. It's one of my screenplays won Best Screenplay at a film festival, and that's where I met the producers. Awesome. I just said, I'll just go and pick up my prize, and then we were just, chatting, and okay, yeah, who knows, right?
Oh, nice. And do you have any projects in the future that you're allowed to share with us?
I don't think I should give names or anything, but yes, I've been offered several things, and they're in development and so forth.
Very exciting. And how do you feel as a female director in this industry, or just and even prior to your directing? Do you feel supported by the industry? What have you seen change in your career?
Well, I think that, yes, there was definitely a sort of, I don't know, almost like maybe it's just a sense that women are they're not leaders, they're not tough enough, I don't know. And plus it's like one of those big fancy jobs that everyone wants, so of course some guys want them. And I gradually got a little better, yeah, I mean, I don't think I was considered seriously for quite a long time, but and I'm just grateful that I finally was, Just have to live long enough.
What do you think instigated that change? Was it a gradual thing? Or?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure exactly. There must be many things. I think there is a tendency for there to be more respect for women's work now. That certainly there was when I got out of college, say, and it's just maybe like I feel like feminism was present in the 60s and 70s, but then there may have been somewhat of a backlash against that, and then I think now there came to be more of a sense that women are actually really useful as providers. We're not just support people in a lot of industries, in a lot of ways. So I guess that just started to build. But I don't usually, theorize about social issues that much, So, but, okay.
Until this film, maybe. And speaking of leadership, what's it like to direct writers?
Well, this was fine. I mean, I think there may be issues where a writer is very, very, particular that you don't change a word, and that happens on a lot of films. If Aaron Sorkin wrote it, you're not going to change the lines, right? I mean, okay. But there's also a tradition in filmmaking that you can ad lib, you can omit stuff, and re-edit stuff and so forth. So it was fine. I mean, we shot the movie, we shot the script with some additions and changes, but and then it was kind of a process of communicating with the writers, who are also the producers and actors, that I don't think this is quite working, and so we just got there gradually. It was just a process, to trim things, that maybe they liked, but I felt didn't quite move the story,
And what was your favorite day on set? Any stories you can recall?
My favorite day on set? Well, I guess it might have been the beautiful setting at Battersea Park Fountain. That's really great. It was also really great when our character Tesla was able to wheel himself up a steep front stairway without getting hurt, and it was usable in the film. I loved working with Stephen Fry. He's such a kind, brilliant man. Yeah.
and some fantastic supporting actors in this. How do you feel about the great cast that you've managed to gather for this?
I feel really lucky. I mean, just honored that they respected the fact that Marty had signed on as an executive producer, and they also liked the script and they cared about the subject matter. So they felt, okay, I'll do it. And it was a couple of days. I worked fast. I got them in and out in time for their next gig.
Fantastic. And what would you say to anyone who's not heard a thing about the film, not seen the poster? What would you say about it?
I would say I think we found something that really touches a lot of people who are struggling with conflicts, illness, losses, and finding a positive way forward. So it's pretty universal. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more content next time.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.